bring into question how the Ashen pickup is going to change this tide. I had a quick chat with Fabian before kickoff started last week.
Heck of a lot. Play a bit more towards white stairs, typically what we'll see.
Ooh, nice little open pick there from Mike W.
Defense as well, so it's a bit of a trade back and forth. Now he moves a bit more aggressively, prone on the floor, just walks right past him, makes it into the laundry office. He's a bit isolated from the rest of the team, and so he might flick around and shoot him in the back before he can react in time. M80 with the briefest of leads that evaporates at a moment's notice. Thank God the AK's got 41 bullets, but Gavini still won't land those shots. Moving in for the post plant, or I suppose the plant itself to move into the post. Silo will stop it from happening as a quick spray transfer with the DMR leaves diffuser with no time. Just to keep the attack off guard, burn a few more seconds. Only 30 seconds to go, and we're still opening up floors using the sledgehammer, a much slower method to acquire these angles. The utility goes out, but with a smoke canister right below, they'll drop, time it perfectly. Can't get the kill as Bino reacts, might find one. But M80 building off that advantage earlier. Not have a lot of information, but if they can just stay sharp in those gunfights, their advantage perseveres. 2v2 with Ashen placing that diffuser down. Good vertical control. Out goes that C4. It lands. There goes the diffuser. And any time to pick it back up. Gavini, no! Right as he picks it up. M80 realize it. Spot inside of VIP. Oh no, this is going to be a tricky one. Honestly, Silo just needs to play the time, can call that the players drop down the hatch. More info, or at least more info denied as one player tucks behind that ROU, and Hot and Cold gets in position to plant. The one body they've lost doesn't really matter. It's an extraneous detail, all things considered. What a flick by Gavini. Oh, this is unnecessary, frankly. Hot and Cold was safe to get that plant down. Well called attack by M80, and it's only their first.
Constricted from there.
It's not like you have a zombie running about inside a stage. It's still a bit more passive. They have the opportunity or the option to fall back into freezer. And that's where the blitz is going to do. Try and push through this top floor, but wow. Packer just spraying through that smoke. Not only gets one, but gets two. Insane work just from one clip of the Vector. Now M80 are in a very similar spot to where they've been in the rounds that they've lost, unfortunately. Back behind on the pace, behind on the time. Excellent flick by Diffuser, though. And in a matter of seconds, they're back into it and might even take the lead. Silo just crouch walking. No, it's not there. The smoke canisters both seem to, or the one that's tossed seems to miss Hot and Cold entirely. Not a single bit of damage done. I don't think, no, the second one finally will. With Mike W, as he tries to walk in, it ends up occluding his vision more than it actually ends up aiding the defense. And so as Bino's lost all of his utility, a nice angle to pepper Hot and Cold a little bit more. But it's information gathered, and the rest of the attack can play passive. They have these vertical angles to play off of. The armoire is also completely open as well, so they just pop the Vulcan packs, and there's not much for the defender to do. Arrow through this person on pallets. But Ashen Gavini still around the corner. Haven't pushed through just yet. They take that control, but Silo still gets the kill. Mike W good for one as well, as Gunnar tried to push it, I think, or look through white window. Gets swung from the staircase, and M80, who tried to take the initiative.
Obviously, the gridlock requiring a lot more noise to try and get the job done. There is a drone being watched on red stairs as well, so that flank will be known, but we might not even get to that point. Gavini.
Information that they might have gathered won't be able to land effectively. Hot and Cold, does he just get this down? Yeah, he does. Gavini watching over white stairs, good for 3, and now it's him that drops down. He's got 2 death mark trackers. He can find the remaining people. Packer also down to 1 HP. Gavini's got a lot to do. He's got some good vertical destruction, and instead, he'll try to chance it off the very angle he just took down a player from. But barbed wire reveals his position. One player tucked up top. He'll get the angle on the Deimos, and 1 of 30 in the post. Take it back.
Really difficult there. Hot and Cold as soon as Gavini drops.
Out for these opening engagements throughout this half. It's not like a 100 Thieves Shopify Rebellion situation. It's been good blood dealt back and forth. Wow, and what a trade! Gavini mitigating his own loss with Mike W going down. That is just an unfortunate go for 1 of 30. It seemed like they might still put up a decent...
Take it back into this round really for 1 of 30. The next thing that they're going to be looking toward is that time and how much of it can they waste. Bino isn't going to waste much more. Ashen takes him down from above. Silo. Not got very much HP to speak of, and Hot and Cold's going to start to get that plan down.
Yeah, still going down, and there we go. Diffuser with the next 3-3, but
Chatting about it a little bit in the break, saying that, you know, it's nice to hear from the desk at the halfway when you'd maybe be looking a little bit more forward to what the next similar out of 1 of 30.
Ooh, I was about to say 1 of 30, creeping up the white staircase. Mike W. early on, and not a whole lot M80 can do to counter that at the moment. Bino spent all of his Candelas, and, well, it's not really gained much of anything. 1 of 30 have that slim little bit of control, but when they've actually tried to move into the site, M80 have repelled them entirely. Every single gunfight beyond that first, it's gone their way. While Silo finds one next up, it's M80 in the driver's seat. He's got the player on white to cover, who was outside of Snake's POV, and instead he turns, gets both! Huge play by Packer, and Silo, while he might go down, it's given Packer a fighting chance. Just barely. Another bit of activation. But Gunner just outside of the range, and an angle on him, too! Hold their positions on site. So Gunner, with a shotgun aimed up through the floor. Oh, gets pre-fired by Mike W. The opening pick goes the other way.
So kind of a strange line. Doesn't get baited in. No drop immediately off the back of the smoke. Comes in now.
And uses that cover. Glides on into the site, into the default plant position. 1 of 30, keeping M80 struggling for this lead, but there we go. Vulcan Pack and DMR, another diffuser, double to bring M80 back, this time on the opposite side. Oh, Yokai just above the blitz. Gone completely unspotted, and I don't know if they'll be able to find the next one. Hops up onto the ceiling, waits just long enough. Oh, and falling off. It's only Bino left alive. M80 wide in their lead by... Usually it's with a castle and an Aruni, but they're not bringing the ladder this go around. Gunner now outside the building and back inside with that opening pick. 45 seconds in, right on the...
Gone, you are going to be forced into other avenues.
Speaking of other avenues, it'd be Whitehall and out of the round, unfortunately, for Packer. Falling to Gavini the moment he walks in. Seen a lot of players right as well. Difficult to see how... Oh, that's just a rough spot to be in. Difficult to see how 1 of 30 will find a way out of this one. I was going to say, yep, Hot and Cold will just peek up with the M870. Match point looks like it is careening towards 1 of 30 as the players on Nubauk and inside a cigar. Not much so long. What are there any other comms for it? I'm sure there are. From the beginning of the round, which I feel like we've said a lot today, and I think it's been a consistent theme. It usually is when the teams playing are pretty good. But as we saw in the defenses, just creating a fortress on the top floor, 1 of 30 struggled to get in. In this go-around, they've got the shield inside of Pixel, as you can see, but they're playing a bit more passive. Playing these long angles, and it's going pretty well. Sure, Gavini goes down on the trade, but there's protocols, more layers set up for it.
It's your job to watch those angles. He was just caught slacking a little bit there. Hatch will be opened. Packer is going to be below, but not for long.
No, it's looking like M80 have the lead on this one. Oh, a quick swing by Ashen with the super shorty. And Bino with slim options. He'll drone at least. He'll give it a good solid try. But especially dropping down a hatch. Not a whole lot favoring him. Ooh, a tight angle. That just seems to favor the defense, and there it goes. 7-3 for M80 in their NAL debut.